Hello everyone, welcome. Alright, so I'm just going to jump right into it. If you guys remember, about 4 months ago, I did this video right here, and I was just trying to test some things out and try out braids. I told you guys that I would continue on with that, and I wanted to bring you guys a style. And here we are. All right, let's get started. So for this, I did use braiding hair. Now, this is what I used in my previous video when I did braids. And as you can see, I used Jolly Bond, and that Jolly Bond is very, very sticky, which made it harder to work with. So I was glad that I was able to find a substitution for the Jolly Bond. Okay, so this time I used Got To Be Glued, Ebin's Lace Wig Adhesive, Ebin's Adhesive Spray, a comb, and lace front tape. So they do have different sizes when it comes to this lace tape. So just depending on what size braid you want, I used 3/4 of an inch for my braids. So the bigger the braid, the wider you want the tape to be. I also used alcohol, and last but not least, a rat tail comb, which is not in the frame. Off camera, I did go ahead and clean the area with the alcohol. So that's what the alcohol is used for, to clean the area prior to getting started. And then after that, I went in with my Got To Be Glued and I laid down my hair. Starting off, I used the lace tape to measure out how long I want my braid to be, and so all I did was just measure that out, and I cut that off, and then I cut it into a U shape. There, also added an extra little piece right there because I wanted to mimic my hairline as much as possible. Then I took off the top layer. After that, I put down my Ebin Lace Wig Adhesive, and I just put it right on top of that tape right there. So this is what takes place of the Jolly Bond, and this works out so much better. Then I allowed it to dry, and I waited until it was clear. Once it's clear, then I applied my hair on. And I like to chop into it, especially being that I'm using braiding hair, because it can get really thick and look harsh very easily. So you want to make sure you're chopping into it a lot to give more of a natural effect. And as you can see, it's going on pretty easy. Like, I had no trouble with it sticking. It stuck on right away. So I like to start with the front part of it, and then I go to the sides of the U. However, I don't feel like that makes any difference. So if you want to start with the top or the bottom first, it would still be the same thing. So it's just your preference. And I did that top, so now I'm just going to go in and do the bottom. The bottom you do upward, and the top you do downward. So that way it all can meet up in the middle when it's time for the braid. I'm sorry if I'm stating the obvious. I just want to make sure everybody understands. So that's why I'm explaining like every little thing. So I use my rat tail comb to kind of help with the space as far as like the parts. Like, to me, that's the trickiest part, is like just trying to make it look natural as possible, make it look like it's a part instead of, you know, just a mess. So I think that's the main thing that you have to like really like be careful with. So I'm showing you once again, I put the lace tape down, then I put on lace adhesive, and then I start putting the hair on once that lace adhesive is dry. Just take your time with it, put little pieces at a time, and just make sure it's staying in that alignment that you set for it. Oh my gosh, okay, what in the Cynthia doll is going on here? Y'all, this looks so crazy right now, but I'm just trusting the process and I'm just continuing on what I was doing. Because you know what's even crazier? Is me adding weave in my hair and still end up looking bald headed. Like, that is crazy, right? That's wild. And now I'm putting on my baby hairs. And then I use the Got To Be glue for my baby hairs to stick. And these hairs are already curly because I got these hairs from a wig, a curly wig. That's why they're already curly. I did put human hair for my baby hairs, so I feel like that make it look a little bit more natural. And then I did my braids. You know, you can't pull it too hard, so it's a very, very good stick. So you don't have to worry about it coming up easily because once it's on there, it's on there. I used the end of an eyebrow archer and I took my spray and I sprayed it on like this. I didn't get to show that because I didn't have enough storage on my phone, but that's what I did. I just went through each part and I just sprayed it, but you have to be very, very careful that you're not getting it into the other parts. And then after that, I just put my wig on and I also put a braid right there just to cover that lace up right there. And this right here was my first style and I thought this was really cute. And here is how it looks with the afro on there. Well, I really love the afro. It just gave it a nice natural touch. I feel like it goes really well with the afro, so that was my favorite. And as always, I would like to thank you guys for watching. If you all have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment. And if you have any suggestions, let me know that as well. All right, until next time, bye.